everyone else in the crowd is like, oh, where are you transporting them next? And I go, we are at a butterfly funeral, y'all. A massive genocide of butterflies. Yeah. And I was correct. They're killing them. This is their last day on Earth.
We're your hosts, Tara, Nora, and Allie, and you're listening to Bad Advice Only.
We're just three New York City rats talking about scurrying around the Big Apple. Here, we make the New York City mistakes so you don't have to.
We're begging you. Leave us a review and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Bad Advice Only NYC. We release new episodes every Monday, so stay tuned, rats.
Hey, rats. Welcome back to another episode of Bad Advice Only.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here.
Okay, I'm glad you brought the energy. So today's episode is going to be about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's a popular parade in New York City.
Well, worldwide.
Nora already looks confused. She knows nothing about Macy's.
I've never seen it.
Me neither.
What?
I haven't either. That's why I wanted to do research on it.
What's wrong with you? I watch, it's like the only thing, that and the dog show. Those are the two things I watch on Thanksgiving.
Both ridiculous.
Dog show?
Yeah.
The only reason I know about the dog show is because they do a bit on it in my favorite show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and someone bets money on a dog.
Do you guys hate, like, tradition? Is that what it is?
No, it's because we have family trauma, but that's another episode.
So much for us being more formatted. So anyways, before we get into today's episode, do we have I know Nora has
I have a rat dropping.
A rat dropping.
Oh.
Is it about the stabbings?
It's about the stabbings.
Did you see last night? I shouldn't laugh.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
Your text chain with your mother?
The text chain with my mother is funny,
It's
but
funny.
The story isn't funny.
Correct.
Okay.
Last night in Midtown and Chelsea, basically this guy went on a stabbing spree.
Yes.
He killed two people.
Critically
and one
injured
is in
one.
critical condition.
What, he just ran from Midtown wielding a knife all the way to
don't know.
Chelsea?
What I
So,
wondered.
yeah,
he went
he
all
did
over.
stabbing in Midtown East. So for the listener,
Yeah, that's-
Chelsea
How the
is
fuck did he
very
get over
far
there?
west. So how did he get on the subway?
No, he probably just stabbed, put it in his pocket, and then, carried on.
Took a cab to Midtown.
Is he an Olympic
'cause
runner? No,
there's no
crosstown
crosstown
traffic?
train.
No, there's no bus.
Traffic
There-
that
there
hour
is
is
a
crazy.
crosstown
This
bus.
guy's an Olympian.
He
Yeah.
is an Olympic stabber.
But yeah, he stabbed all over this goddamn city before they caught him.
And so to give the listener a little bit of better understanding about why we mention our mom is because anytime in the tri-state area, if there's a tragic event, she texts us the news and asks if we're okay.
One time it was a train in Pennsylvania
Yeah,
got
derailed. She was like, I know Pennsylvania's near New York. Are you okay?
We're like, no, we weren't on that derailed train. Thank you. No.
I will say, though, yes, very kind of your mother to follow up and see how we're doing. However, she has stopped asking if we're okay and just sends the headline now. So now I'm starting to feel like she's pointing fingers. And I'm like, are you trying to say we are the ones causing this chaos?
What's funny is Tara and I were in the apartment.
Separate rooms.
We're in separate rooms, and at the exact same time, we both text her back. I text her the stabby emoji, and I'm like, "'Twas me." And then at the same time, Tara texts her back and is like, "Do you ever wonder if it's Nora?" She was like, "Nora's been threatening to stab someone for
She
a while."
has been threatening some
You know what? I
stabbings.
think moving forward, you guys should just stay on the Citizen app and send her the headlines before she sends them to you. And then be like, don't tell anybody it was me.
The first time I downloaded the Citizen app, for the listener, everyone knows what a Citizen
Yeah, does
app is,
everyone
right?
have that?
I think so. It's not just
everywhere.
in New York.
They're called other things. I know one is a neighborhood watch kind of app that's
They just tell
in
you
the
the
South.
crimes. They
Just
tell
tells you crimes.
It's horrible in New York. Do
It's
not
not
download
ideal
that.
for a
It's
large
honestly
city.
so funny in New York because every other day, since I don't live in the city, it's funny for me because it'll be man wielding sword walking down First Avenue.
It's crazy. I took a screenshot once because it was disorderly conduct at Whole Foods, throwing food, and I was like, is that a crime?
No, they're somebody acting strange dressed in unicorn outfit. It's relax.
Relax.
Any weekend recaps? It was our little Alley girl's birthday this weekend.
Oh, we probably shouldn't recap our night.
Okay. not good.
No, it was just supposed to be like, a little 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. rendezvous that turned into another 4 a.m. night.
Yep.
So.
I gotta delete Snapchat.
Yeah, you're 32. I think you should delete.
A few illicit photos.
One girl that was at my party, though, I found out was washing her hands in the bathroom and lost her pinky diamond ring, which she then showed me. Massive. Cost her $2,000. Gone.
Oh, no. What?
That bathroom is disgusting, by the way.
I'm
so
going to say it. You deserve that for a pinky ring. You disgusting little. What is
Yeah.
she, like a slumlord?
But we can get that back, guys. Let's get
Well,
the
I told her,
pipes.
I go, did
Let's
you?
get
I
in the
go,
pipes.
did you call the restaurant? She goes, no.
Wait, did
So
it
she just
go down-
panic bought another $2,000 ring.
Guys, what's the bar? Someone get it.
Get it.
Call it out.
I was like, do you want me to call the bar right now? And she's like, no.
Is
She's like, I need something on my pinky.
Ugh.
Rich
what?
is this bitch?
I'm like, we're very different
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
Like to even have that in the first place.
Yeah, I was like, my jacket's from Amazon.
Anyways, so let's jump into our Thanksgiving Day parade because one, I know nothing about it. Nora knows nothing about
know
it.
some
so
things about
what
it.
do you know about it? Let's start there.
I
Nora,
think
what do you know about the
there's
Thanksgiving
like
parade?
balloons, right?
Okay.
They like have giant
Balloons.
blow ups.
Allie, what do you know about? You know a lot. So
I think guys, this is a deep cut of my memory.
Uh-huh.
But wasn't there like that dinosaur movie, and then
Yes.
there was like a Thanksgiving, the parade?
Like the Land Before Time.
Not that one. It's a very niche movie.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's like
Childhood
there's
trauma.
they're like dinosaurs, and they're in New York City.
Yeah.
And there's the Thanksgiving Day parade, and then one of the dinosaurs becomes one of the balloons.
Yeah. I
Can
know
we get a quick fact check?
I'm gonna fact check you live. Dinosaur
That
movie.
sounds like the worst movie ever made. Was it like an
No,
American
it was a
Ashley
good
Olsen
one.
movie?
No. This is an animated movie.
No, it's real
What the
life.
fuck was that called?
We're back.
We're back. You don't remember that?
Never have I ever.
All right,
heard of it.
Martin
Millennials.
Short was in it,
Wow. He's a big deal.
and John Goodman.
So
Really?
that is the extent of my Macy's Day Parade knowledge.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I know exactly what you're talking about, sister. You would recognize it.
This doesn't look familiar.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. They get caught.
Oh,
That they're like dinosaurs.
What do you mean they get caught? Like
they were
doing what,
sneaking
stealing a
around
pie?
Manhattan and they get caught.
Yeah, let's
And
watch this. Let's watch it on
They
Thanksgiving.
trap them. It's really fucked up.
Here's what we're gonna do.
It's a really fucked up
When we
movie.
throw our Friendsgiving, we're putting that on.
Absolutely.
Here's my
watching it.
thing. Why wouldn't you trap a fucking rogue dinosaur in Manhattan? You want a fucking T-Rex chasing you down West
No.
34? We got stabbers on
They
the
make
loose.
them like circus animals and treat them badly, though. This actually is a good segue with the dinosaurs. So good job, Nora. Okay, so first of all, I didn't know about the balloons. That's where I'm at.
They're floats. How do you not know about the balloon? That's the whole parade, you guys.
So-
the whole parade is balloon floats.
I had no idea.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It's like literally 75% balloon floats
Is that
and then
why?
like live performances.
What I was gonna say for Nora's segue, before they had balloons, they borrowed live animals from the Central Park Zoo.
To do what? To march them down the street? What animals? The
Yes.
Central Park Zoo doesn't have any good animals.
So, okay, brief history. So,
Happy
the Thanksgiving Day Parade began in the 1920s. Since 1924, it's been an annual parade in New York City. Nora, if you will.
Let's put on our history caps. It's history caps for our History Rats episode, isn't it?
I didn't know where you were going. I was like, is Nora about to spit out some random history facts right now?
Okay, so one says the parade was originally called the Macy's Christmas Parade and was created to draw people to Macy's flagship store. The first parade was held in 1924 and was only 2 blocks long. So, first of all,
Ideal.
not a Thanksgiving parade, it was a Christmas parade.
Secondly,
Secondly, it was just because Macy's wanted attention.
also,
That makes
why would a
sense.
parade make you want to go to Macy's?
Because they're hosting it, and then if it's like at the corner,
Yeah, it
then
was
people
their-
would
Pop
go in the store.
But it'd be really
So,
crowded. So
Macy's
that's the point.
flagship store, correct me if I'm wrong, 34th and Herald Square.
yeah.
That's the flagship store?
Yeah,
Okay.
they got a shitty escalator in there. Let's upgrade it, guys.
It's from the 1920s, I think.
No matter
guys.
what time of day you walk into that fucking flagship store, things are everywhere.
It's awful.
I
Chaos.
hate that store. It is also just like the design is
You
terrible.
can't get out once you're in. You have no
Because
idea
it
where
was
you are.
built in
Also,
the early
the
1900s.
escalator is wooden. Guys.
It is a wooden
the
escalator.
The escalator is wooden.
Like Benjamin Franklin's teeth, right?
Is
Allie?
that true, Al? Historian?
Allie, you're a
Yes,
historian.
that's true.
Yeah, I think dentures used to be made out of wood.
I don't think that's
Let's do a live fact check.
All right, a little fact check.
Ben Franklin teeth. Benjamin Franklin did not have wooden teeth.
That's what I said. He didn't have them.
Okay, guys, there's a myth. The myth that he did likely originated from the ivory dentures made for George Washington by dentist John Greenwood. Over time, the ivory became stained, giving the dentures a grained wooden
Ivory's a
appearance.
lot different than fucking
Isn't
wood.
ivory like elephant tooth or something?
Elephant tusk.
Tusk.
Tooth. Ew. Fucking nasty.
I think the history is pretty fucking stupid. They were like, we have a new store. Let's make it a parade.
You know what? That's good marketing. You know who's not marketing?
These
This.
bitches. Bad advice
Bad
only.
advice only.
Well, to start a parade.
Do you want to go with me this year?
I definitely don't.
To the Thanksgiving Day
It's
parade.
like, that's like
You-
being like, do you want to go watch
the
the
ball
ball drop?
I've never done that either.
People wear diapers. You're not going.
We ain't going, bitch. Although one year I would be willing to do like a hotel room where you can
We
look
should do
out
that, yeah.
and then we don't have to be in the crowd.
Come on, let's be
And then
bougie
we can
bitches
do
this
room
year.
Not this year.
service.
This year.
My mom did
Sweetie,
that one year.
The
My
hotels
mom-
are booked.
My mom did a hotel room one year.
How much did it cost?
I don't know.
It's
but
probably in the
she-
40s.
I really appreciate that one.
Got her. Got you, Lorraine, you
She's
bitch.
like, I don't even know how old I am.
Okay, so when I first started doing my research for this episode, everything that came up was about the balloons. And I was like, what the fuck are they talking about balloons? I have no idea. Because I didn't really associate those giant floating things as balloons. I don't
What
know.
did you think they were? Airplanes?
I thought they were real dinosaurs from We're
There's
Back.
no dinosaurs.
Yes, huh? There is a dinosaur from the Sinclair Petroleum, whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. So Sinclair Oil, their mascot is a green long neck dinosaur. I love it.
Because
it's very
oil's
cute.
made of dinosaurs.
Dinosaur pee.
No, it's their bones.
Fossils?
I think that's...
Nora, no. Is that where you think fossil fuels come from?
Wait, what?
Wait. My dad definitely told me that oil is decomposed dinosaurs. Is that...
Wait, okay, how
Not
would that be a
true.
thing? Like,
Then
how
we would
long
be
have they been
out by now.
decomposing for?
We would
Like,
be
For
out
as
of
long
oil.
as it's been since dinosaurs.
Nora,
Somebody fact check it.
It's a mum.
we don't have to fact check
I'm not
that.
Googling this. I'm not putting
They
this
already
call
in.
think
my
Tara's
dad.
IQ is fucking 0.
Yeah, I just put in
Benjamin
wooden.
Franklin teeth wood.
I said wooden.
I think that's a common search, to be fair.
It is because there was a myth about it. Oh wait, are you talking about fossil fuels?
Both.
Okay, so the balloons were introduced in
You
1927.
didn't-
So three.
Is there a dinosaur balloon?
There is the Sinclair one that I've been talking about. That's how you got the.
The oil company's mascot.
There's hundreds of different
So then
balloons.
explain to me why the mascot's a dinosaur.
All
Because
right.
they like the dino.
Guys, it's definitely about the...
They don't fucking massacre dinosaurs and
Why
sell it
is
to
it-
Saudi Arabia.
All right, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Why is it that every time I have the outline, you two go fucking nuts?
Because you're just
I've
spitting out
lost
facts.
control.
You know why?
Troll.
You know why? Because you're stuttering so long
I
that
haven't stuttered yet
our brains start to wander. The minds start to wander.
Okay, we're starting with the balloons.
No.
So 3 years into the parade, they were like, great idea, guys. Let's make giant balloons. We are going to post pictures of the original balloons. They're terrifying. First of all, they're not floating. They're just filled with air at first, not helium. And so they're these massive, like one is like this dachshund they have just on a truck bed. And it's strapped in so it doesn't move. So it looks like it's like a rabid dog that's just like held down on a
I
truck
like
bed.
it. I like
And
it.
the pictures are horrifying. I really want you to post these pictures on our social medias. So they
try.
were switched from inflating the balloons with air to helium in 1928, making them float. Ooh. In 1927, the parade's signature giant balloon made their debut. The first ever balloon in the Macy's Day Parade was, anyone want to guess?
Dinosaur.
Snoopy.
I love that you said Snoopy. Is there like a theme with Snoopy?
Yeah, Snoopy it's triggering
He's
something.
old as fuck. That's
Okay.
why I thought.
It was Felix the cat, so I think that's a really good guess because
Felix
it's around
the
the same
cat?
era.
But Snoopy's been in the
black
Thanksgiving
cat, you've
Day
seen
parade
like
forever.
where eyes go back and forth,
Yeah.
the clock.
Snoopy's a staple, though.
So where did these balloons originate? Where did they come from? They are made in a studio in Moonachie, New Jersey. Do you know how to pronounce that, Allie?
Allie, is that near where you live? Or?
I bet you it's Moonachie.
I've never heard of it. I live in a very small town of New Jersey, close to Manhattan, and grew up in Connecticut. I don't know the inner workings of all of the towns in New Jersey.
So it says it was made in,
States.
so yeah, they're designed, built, and maintained in this studio. It's 72,000 square feet where a team of 28 full-time employees work year-round to create the balloons.
28? God, they've got to be working a lot.
Well, that's why they work year-round. They're
What? To work year-round?
The real elves of
There are
Thanksgiving.
literal elves.
Oh, the balloons are made by hand and not rented or outsourced.
Every year they're making
They're
fucking
making new ones? What a waste.
by hand balloon.
So-
How do you even make a by hand balloon? How
I
do
will
you
tell you.
seam it together?
Are you ready? Design. The balloons are first modeled from clay, and then
like a waste of
the
time.
amount of helium needed to fill them is calculated using water displacement. That's interesting. No? I thought that was interesting.
I mean, sure.
Okay, so they're made from fabrics coated in polyurethane. How do you say that word? Polyurethane?
I don't have the screen in front of me. I don't know. You're
These
just
are
saying words.
These are just terrible
A flexible,
facts.
durable, and leak-resistant synthetic plastic material. Balloons then are painted by hand to allow for greater
I
detail.
would try to
This
fuck
is
with them and try to
awesome.
like see how much semen it took to fill a balloon.
Where are you going to get all that semen?
You haven't seen that much semen.
All 28. You got 28 people. You're telling me they can't over the course of a year collect some semen.
So what's funny is I texted Allie before this and I said, this outline is going to be wild. I cannot wait to hear your responses and reactions. Not once did I expect her to fill a fucking Macy's Day
I just
Parade
feel like
with
water
semen.
displacement's a real yawn. Like next.
No way. I think it's so interesting.
Speaking of insane amounts of semen, I've got a photo to show you girls after this episode.
And sadly, it's related
Can
to
you look
Finance
up if semen
J.
floats?
Finance J.
Came all over my face.
When did you see him?
Sunday.
He took a pit stop before he went to the store. What's the...
They're dating. I don't know.
I
know.
hate you
I don't know
guys.
what to do about this. I just
They're in
it's-
love.
get
I asked
over
her-
it.
She got mad at me too because I was like, "Did he bring one of your frothing pills?"
She keeps calling the throwback listener to the sex mint episode.
Frothing.
She keeps calling the sex mint frothing pills. We're not dating.
Say it with a straight face.
We're not dating.
She's laughing.
Guys, it's not dating to be like, I'm going to take a nap, but I need to come first. Do you want to stop by? And he's like, yeah, but I need to bring my grocery bags because I'm about to do my meal prep. And then he comes over and comes on my face and leaves. That's
Sounds
not
like
dating.
dating to me.
Here's the
Not
here's the
dating.
thing. Not once in that story did Nora come for her nap.
I did come.
You didn't have sex.
I used my vibrator.
Nora has two now. 2 vibrators. She's
Only
she's
have to
proud-
charge them half
I
as
just
often.
feel like figure it out. Leave us out of it.
Okay. So I really thought we'd get through my fun facts quicker than this because I really saved the big stuff for the
Yeah,
end.
okay.
'Cause I've got
okay.
I've got a
These
doozy.
facts are a little snooze fest.
Yeah, you
what
can't
kind
just
of
talking
big
about-
facts do you
you
have?
can't
Do
you
you
guys-
list
Can
what
y'all not
materials things are made
understand
of?
how crazy it is to fill up these giant balloons and then put them in a massive tank of water to measure water
To be
displacement?
fair, I
That's
didn't
wild.
really know what water displacement
Do you understand now?
To be
Like,
fair,
you
one
fill
time
up a
you had a
cup.
weekend where you went to an arboretum and we went to Miami. So you
It
could
was a
see why we don't
butterfly.
appreciate these facts.
It wasn't an arboretum. It was a butterfly exhibit, and it was technically, guys. I didn't tell y'all this part. So we're waiting in line for the butterflies. I know we're gonna have to segue this really hard, but Nora, this is worth it for the rat recap.
Hey, what?
Okay, so we're waiting in line, and they're giving us instructions on how to handle the butterflies. And then they go, "This is
Gayest thing you've
they
ever
go,
said to me.
This is actually really exciting, y'all. This is their last weekend with us. And I was
gonna
like,
die.
well, that's how, okay. So everyone else in the crowd is like, oh, where are you transporting them next? And I go, we are at a butterfly funeral, y'all. A massive genocide of butterflies.
Yeah.
And I was correct. They're killing them. This is their last day on Earth. And I scream it. And there's like all these kids around. And I go, we are at a butterfly funeral.
Why are they killing the butterflies?
They just don't live in the wintertime. They die.
What do you mean? So, but they don't let them just like naturally die on their own? They like gas them?
Here's the thing. That's what I assumed because we were in like a greenhouse. I was like, oh my God, this is a gas chamber. We're literally walking into a butterfly gas chamber.
No one's talking about this. This is the kind of shit that we need to be talking about.
Guys,
this was not on my Citizen app.
Y'all, I started researching immediately how much it would cost to like farm butterflies because they have to get these caterpillars and cocoons.
Yeah, what?
So I'm like, there are farms. You can farm these
How long
these things.
do they live?
And
From
I think it might be my newest venture because it seems profitable.
So you're telling me no caterpillars become butterflies in the winter?
No, they're cocooned.
That's how nature works.
So Nora knows about fossil fuels and you know about nature.
Not one.
I was working my butterfly bits the whole time I was in that gas chamber. I could not stop making jokes to piece of shit and his guy friends, and they were not having it.
I just can't believe they would even tell you that like it's a good thing.
Fun fact.
They're like, guess what? It's their last day on Earth.
I know. They were like, you're
What do they
so
do with the
lucky.
bodies?
So here's my theory. They open up that gas chamber door, and there's so many birds. They just go in and just go on a
I was
feeding
thinking,
frenzy.
I mean, like, it's better than what I was thinking. They just come in with like a dustpan and a broom.
Guys, why don't they just open the window, let them die in the wild? Like, what is this? Why do they gas them?
I don't know, guys.
I feel like they got at least like a few more days. Like it's warm out still.
No, it was Sedona. It was cold.
Did you confirm they gas them? Or is
No,
this
that was
made
my hypothesis.
All right, so we got to follow up on the bar for the diamond ring, and we got to follow up on the butterfly farm for the gassing.
What about the fossil fuels?
We don't need to follow up on that. That is
false misinformation.
Rat Pack, we need your help. We have about one brain cell between 3 women in this room. Too bad our audience is like 90% women. They're fucking dumb too.
Okay. Okay, so this is the doozy. I really needed to know this information.
Ugh.
I was like, surely, with all these massive balloons floating around Manhattan, surely there's some chaos to this, right?
Mm-hmm. People have died.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Accurate.
People have died from these balloons.
So yeah, people have died from these balloons. So, well, but my research took me elsewhere when I looked up injuries.
How do you die from a balloon?
They're heavy.
They're heavy
big.
as fuck.
They're huge.
It's like suffocation, you know?
It's like a little stuff.
Like it falls on
They
them.
have too much of the helium.
Yeah, like it falls if the wind goes bad and one of the strings falls off and it slaps people in the face,
The
suffocates
string
them.
kills
Or there's like a
you.
hole and then the air comes out.
Someone tell me the real truth. How do you die from the balloon?
My research, like I said, took me in a different
This is the
path.
stumbling I'm talking about, the
Accidents
stuttering.
and injuries of Macy's Day Parade. So it's listed 1929, 1931, 1932, and I'm like, oh my
about
God.
every other year.
Every fucking year. So I'm like, oh my God, so many deaths. 1929. The lapdog tore loose from his leash near 90th Street. The gobble turkey hit a no parking sign, and the balloon deflated and was removed from the parade. These injuries that are accounted for are the balloons.
The balloons injuries.
So wait, I gotta read y'all this
You know what must really hurt if you're one of those 28 balloon people that have built balloons all fucking year and then it
days
gets punctured
By the
by
park-
street
Oh,
signs.
street
And
sign
half
takes
the
them
time,
down.
half these injuries start before the parade starts, so they don't even get a debut. But this one is hilarious. 1995, the Pink Panther balloon suffered high amounts of damage, including his stomach being torn along the route, along with a deflated eye and right hand. He was lowered to the ground safely.
What happened to him? How they got him?
The Pink Panther was reportedly one of the toughest balloons to handle due to its size. Gusts of wind would cause the balloon to continuously lurch forward and backward, knocking down its handlers repeatedly.
Its handlers.
The Pink Panther faced the most turbulence upon arriving in Times Square at 42nd Street. It was pierced by a streetlight in Times Square, tearing a hole in the balloon's stomach. In an attempt to stabilize the balloon, an NYPD officer stabbed the Pink Panther's tail, which proved successful. The Pink Panther was removed from the parade in a few chaotic minutes. In addition, following the balloon's run-in with the streetlight, NYPD officers helped to deflate the balloon by stabbing the helium-filled carcass. During the collapse.
Who wrote this?
What kind of website is this on? What website is this?
It's Macy's Thanksgiving.fandom.com.
Stabbing the carcass.
I'm not done. During the collapse, the balloon almost suffocated a mother and her daughter who were handling the balloon.
Why was a mother and daughter handling a balloon?
I just assume that you win some sweepstakes and you get to be one of the handlers and holds the strings.
It's not a safe job. That's a tough line of work. They're on the front fucking line.
Kid,
These are frontline workers.
these balloons are big.
And then one of the handlers was knocked unconscious. Guys,
the balloon handlers.
Ronald McDonald in 2001 had its left arm torn open after colliding with
You know what this is all saying to me?
Central Park trees. Let me finish. Fuck. Go on, Allie.
I think the zoo animals were safer.
They really were.
What happened to Ronald?
His arm was torn off.
So what I'm hearing.
Oh no, the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
2010, the Kool-Aid Man and Energizer Bunny experienced technical difficulties before their scheduled appearance and were sidelined. SpongeBob once again snagged a lamppost and was freed.
Once again.
Okay, so the reason I was surprised by your Snoopy guess, Snoopy appears more often than any other.
Yeah, he's in it every year.
It's because he's just really old. Like, he's been around.
He's classic. He's as traditional as Macy's.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay, let's look at the most recent injuries.
Can I ask?
Yes, please.
Will you answer how a human died?
Suffocation.
So someone did die.
Yeah.
From
Suffocation.
They were no breathing.
Don't give a fuck. You don't know that song?
We're going to be sued.
I don't think so. I've never heard that song, and I don't think most of the American
Very
population
famous.
has.
2 out of 3 know it in the room.
Right. 2 of 3 also know some sort of random dino movie.
We're
We're back. Rats, please let us know you've seen We're Back. I'm just so confused as to what's a balloon injury versus a human injury.
I know. That's
Because
what
suffocation, that sounds
His
human.
Human got suffocated.
Loss of limb sounds...
Could be
Could
human.
be either.
I just like that SpongeBob keeps trying to free himself. It
Yeah,
makes me
okay.
wonder, are these
So
balloons alive?
They
Has
might be.
anyone ever considered that the balloons have gained consciousness?
Maybe they're AI balloons.
I just keep seeing SpongeBob once again snagged by a lamppost.
That's what I'm saying. But in hopes to be free. That's what it said, right?
Yeah.
He freed himself.
These balloons sound like a goddamn hazard.
So last thing really quickly before we wrap, 2 things. So have we ever missed a parade and it's, what is it, over, 60
7
years?
I'm sure we have.
Wasn't there some wars at
Or
some
like
point
a hurricane
where maybe...
or like COVID.
So you think a war would stop a parade? Because you're absolutely correct.
Yes, I knew it. Like, they wouldn't have, like, it fucking be World War II and, like...
Well, that's
fucking...
because the balloon women were making fucking bread and shit. And
Yeah, they had to stop making
weaponry for the husbands at war.
Yeah, so since the
that what
inaugural
happened?
event in 1924, the parade has only been suspended from 1942 to 1944 during World War II.
Damn them Nazis.
Oh, come at me for my dino facts. I know things about history.
I wouldn't have assumed a parade would be canceled because of war.
But I think
yet-
it's just because of the actual
It's-
resources.
They were
labor.
just short.
They were,
It wasn't
yeah.
because of the Nazis.
It's
It was just
because
because they were
it's not because they cared. It's 'cause
Right.
they just didn't.
They
didn't have
really
the
did
labor.
Everyone
not
was
care.
deployed. Like, why put on a parade when...
We always end it with Nazis here. Let's end it on a different note. How much does the parade cost?
$20 million.
$20 million. Allie gives us 20. What do you got, Nora?
What's cost money other than the balloons?
Oh, nope, go on. I'm not gonna give you any.
Work through this. Do this. Do this. Work through how
Actually, I
much.
think it might be more. I think it might be like $150 million.
What
115
else costs money other than the balloons?
The celebrities on the floats, the Rockettes, the
I didn't know.
performers,
I didn't
NYPD that has to
I
work
didn't
overtime.
know. I didn't
the balloon
know.
makers.
Closing down the streets,
Doesn't
the
the
cleaners
government
that
pay
clean.
the cops? I'll say 30 million. Am I right?
Neither of y'all are right. You've inflated, get it? The price.
Fucking dork.
This is the best joke all day.
I don't know. We had a couple of women singers.
Okay, guys, it's $13 million.
13. Okay.
$13 million. All right, so that's all I've got for you on the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Okay, are
Do
you going to
guys
watch
kn-
it?
When is it?
Thanks.
On Thanksgiving Day. Right before the dog show.
Oh, it's
All
before
right.
the dog
My
show?
takeaway from this episode is this year for Thanksgiving, we're
watching
watching
We're
We're Back, and we're watching the dog show.
I'm not here on Thanksgiving.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
As always, thanks for listening. If you're interested in even more bad advice, scurry on over to Instagram and TikTok at Bad Advice Only NYC. We're begging you. Download and rate the show and leave us a review. Talk to you next Monday. Stay tuned, rats.